Hey guys, it's Siobhan with Tikity and Beyond. Welcome. Today we're doing readings for Cancer in the month of March 2019. So this can apply to Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart. If you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, I recommend checking out cafeastrology.com. I'm not associated or affiliated with them in any way. I just went to that site and got my own natal chart and it really helped me out. So I'm sharing that information with you because it's free. So before I pull any cards, I always tune into the energy and receive some channeled guidance or messages for you guys. And I'll just jump right into it. So at first, when I connected to the Cancer collective energy, I was feeling a third eye awakening. So third eye energy pulsing over the course of my forehead. My nose even started to run, which usually for me is like when my third eye is being really heavily activated, my nose will start to run. And then I got the guidance for pineal gland detox. So then I felt crown chakra tingle. So it moved from my forehead up into the top of my head in the crown chakra, which connects you to higher consciousness. And this was an activation and integration. So you guys are in a period right now where you are pulling in light from divine source consciousness. And we're being hit with waves of light too. Like if you check out the Schumann resonance and the solar flares affecting the electromagnetic field of the planet, it's really shifting everybody. We're intaking so much photonic light and frequencies, activations, codes, DNA, everything is shifting. We're going through like this quantum leap of human consciousness evolution, and then it's evolving our body. Because we're creators, when our consciousness evolves, our physical body evolves as well. It's almost like epigenetics, if you want to check that out as well. I'm just like dumping so much information on you right now. I hope I'm not overwhelming you. But back to the channeling, and then I received this image of royalty being cloaked and like knighted, you know what I mean? Or when they do the coronation and they place the crown on the head, that's what I was seeing. It was like that long red cloak, like fur cloak that's trimmed in white, you know, that all of like the kings wear and stuff like that in movies, and then this big gold crown going on the head. So I'm like, what does this represent? And they were saying that it's the cloak of royalty, the shroud of royalty, and the crown represent this activation of the third eye in the crown chakra. This connection to source, which is the divine connection. It represents leadership, ruling, creating, serving the people, positive power, divine. It's your divine birthright. It runs in your bloodline, just like you would be a prince if you were born under a king. You are the son of, or the daughter of God. You are, but you become the king or the queen. You know what I'm saying? It's your birthright. You don't stay the prince forever, despite the fact that God is infinite and doesn't die, or source, or whatever denomination like you want to call it. I'm not religious, but I do believe that there is this higher power because I've felt it, I've seen it, I converse with it every day. So back to the basics here is that this is within your DNA. This is your birthright. This is something that once you reach this age of maturity in your consciousness, you are then invited to your coronation, just like what's happening with the earth right now. And Cancers, you're such a sensitive water sign that you're very in tune to the energies of the collective, the energies of the earth. I'm a Pisces, and I know for sure that I am. I experience everything that the collective goes through, and sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. But this is our birth purpose. This is what we came here to do. We came here to embody our divine self, which is our royal self, which is the connection to source, Christ consciousness. Okay, so let's get some cards. I'm going to do the normal monthly spread using the traditional Rider-Waite, and we've got clarifiers and other decks on standby in case we need more. Just going to shuffle them on camera for you guys, and I'll let you know that I reopened my books to take new clients. So if you would like a personal reading, private reading, a Reiki Healing Session. I am a certified Reiki Master Practitioner. Please do email me. All of the information is in the description box underneath the video. So let's get into it. Cancer, current self. The Fool. This is almost every single reading has popped up. The Fool is making himself very, very well known throughout the readings in March. Not every sign, but a lot of them. And I'm just going to pull all the cards and then we'll go over them individually. So the theme of the month for Cancers, we have the Lovers in reverse. The key goal this month is the Eight of Cups. The obstacle to overcome. The Hermit. Major accomplishment. Wow, that was fast. The Chariot. Again, another card that keeps coming up for the collective. What to avoid. Five of Pentacles. What to embrace. Ten of Pentacles. Where to find support. Ten of Cups. Awesome. Just gonna position these. I'm running out of room on the table. And advice and encouragement. Justice. So right off the bat, we have a lot of major arcana, and the major arcana represent major shifts in your life or in your consciousness. Well, both, because you shift your consciousness, you shift your life. So the current self coming up as the Fool is indicative of this bright new beginning. There is a need for trust and faith, which the Fool has in abundance. He goes out on his journey and he's not worried about where it's going to lead him. He just knows that he's going to enjoy it along the way, and that when it's time to take that leap of faith, he'll be able to fly. So it is having that trust and that faith and finding the beauty in life, and that's coming up as your current self, which is fantastic. So embrace the opportunities that are coming into your life. If you're being offered new beginnings, step forward and take that leap of faith, because it's going to be for your greatest and highest good. It's going to allow you to step into your divine self and embody that. So the theme of the month as the Lovers in reverse. This is interesting because the Lovers represent a choice. They also represent the divine feminine and the divine masculine, which is another theme that's been coming up throughout all of the readings so far. I mean, I'm only halfway through, or a little more than halfway, but so far it's just been this recurring theme of new beginnings, major changes, and heightened consciousness and awareness, DNA upgrades, and balancing between the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies so that we can embody this higher self. Our angelic self, our Christed self, our God self. It's time that we step up and be kings and queens, empresses and emperors, you know, that kind of thing. So the theme of the month is that this choice has already been made. This decision has been made. And now this new beginning is already in the works. That's what I'm picking up from that. So the key goal is to continue seeking. It is to make that decision and stick with it and set forth on your journey to seek enlightenment. That's the goal here. He's walking away from things that were once fulfilling to him, but that are no longer fulfilling. So when you do ascend into a higher level of consciousness, things that you once found fulfilling may become lackluster to you. You may not get that same joy that certain things once brought you. Like, for example, me, I used to really enjoy going out and drinking. And I don't anymore because it shifts my consciousness and it lowers my vibration and it affects me and I absorb all of the energy and it's just not productive for me anymore. And I realize that, I'm aware of it, and so I walked away from that. It's this kind of a journey that you're setting forth on. So there may be a lot of changes that occur in your life, but it's going to be just through the natural process of evolution. You're stepping up, you're becoming more, and you'll just want different things. Different things will make you happier because you have this expanded consciousness. You have this expanded awareness. So the obstacle to overcome is the Hermit. The Hermit is about going within. It's about finding solitude so that you can integrate the light within to show you the path and guide you forward. So the obstacle to overcome here is, I think, for you guys, staying in that protective shell. It's no coincidence that Cancers are crabs. They are soft on the inside and they have these protective shells on the outside. And you do feel comfortable being on the inside, and the Hermit represents that. So the obstacle here is to embody that Fool energy and just do it. Like, just step out. The choice, you've already made the decision that you want to do this. And if you haven't yet, then you will. But it's now going to be about stepping out of that comfort zone. Because in that comfort zone, you've already grown as much as you can. And now you are bursting at the seams to get out. Your soul is bursting at the seams to ascend, to be crowned, to move forward into these leadership roles, to serve your divine purpose. But you can't do that if you stay in the hermit zone, and you can't help humanity if you're, being a hermit alone in the forest. I know that's an extreme example, but yeah, it's like that. You have to come out of your shell to assist others. You can still set boundaries and protect yourself. Of course you can. Of course. That's necessary. Especially for sensitive water signs like us. Especially for empaths and light workers. We do have to do daily rituals to protect ourselves, and we have to set clear boundaries when it comes to relationships and people in our lives. But it shouldn't prevent you from going out there and living your divine purpose. The major accomplishment, though, is the Chariot. What you have accomplished during this hermit phase is the balance between the light and the dark. The light and the dark. I did that backwards. But you have achieved this heightened sense of awareness. And now it's integrating into your life and allowing you to move forward. So the Chariot is, he now has the reins, and he directs the energy where he wants it to go. And again, we see the crown on the top of the head, representing the divine connection to Source, Christ consciousness, and the balance that we see between the two, the divine balance. So what to avoid is the Five of Pentacles. Avoid feeling like you're not going to have enough if you step out and do this. Avoid feeling like you're going to get cut off or have a lack of money or a lack of love, or that people will judge you or something like that and cast you out just for having these beliefs or walking the path that is your divine purpose. Because not everybody's going to understand it depending on where their awareness is at. If other aware people that are on your level or above, they'll look at you and they'll want to support you and they want to see you ascend. But those who are still existing at a more restricted perspective, they won't understand that, they won't see that, because they haven't experienced it for themselves yet. They will experience it for themselves, and at that point you'll be there to support them. And that's the whole purpose of being a ruler, is that you sit on the throne and you see everything as far as the eye can see. You can see all of it. Everything the light touches is your kingdom, to quote Mufasa. You are Simba, and it's your time now to come back from your period in the jungle and heal Pride Rock. Seriously, like, this is exactly what it is. And what to avoid is fearing that what you seek to accomplish isn't possible, or that whatever the shifts that are going to occur in your life, that they're going to negatively affect you. That's not the case. Avoid falling into that thought process, because you're so powerful right now that if you allow yourself to think those thoughts, you're going to literally create that. So it's really important, and I'm emphasizing this heavily, that you avoid falling into a lack mentality, that there's not going to be enough, or that this isn't going to work out, or that people aren't going to understand and they're going to judge you. Do not fall into that thought pattern. You have everything you need. You are powerful. This is your divine birthright. It is what was meant to happen. And Simba, he didn't really want to go back. It took him a little while to realize that that was what was needed, and that was what he had to do it. And it was fulfilling for him in the end, because he saved everything, and he was reunited with his divine feminine, which represents the divine feminine, divine masculine energies coming into balance once again. And he was reunited with his mother, which could represent the creator, because the creator can be the mother or the father. So what to embrace is the abundance mindset. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Embrace the surety that you will have everything that you need upon the completion and the ascension that you're going through. Along the journey and at the end of it, you'll have more than enough, and you are the creator of your reality. You're literally manifesting this. So this is the 10 of Pentacles. You have all of the pentacles, all of them. This is also a card of family, ancestry, generational wealth. This is the generational wealth that is up for inheritance. Claim your inheritance, whether it's physical, like money, or whether it's spiritual, like consciousness. You are inheriting this higher consciousness that is your birthright. So embrace it. Where to find support? Again, we have fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment here. The 9 of Cups represents having everything that you want and having created it yourself. He's sitting there happy as a crab and he's pleased with himself because he realizes that he did this. He created this. He set the stage, he laid out the cups, and he filled them up on his own. He managed to accomplish that. And you can too. That's where to find support, knowing that you can do this. That you were born to do this. You were born to be great. Advice and encouragement is justice. The balance, the scales of justice are on your side. The karma is on your side. The flow of the universe is on your side. All of this will be brought to balance, and the justice is you standing up and taking that birthright. And again, we see the crown and the throne and the cloak. Yeah. So I think that's all pretty straightforward. I don't even really need to get clarifiers. Yours was very to the point, which I love. So I will get a crystal oracle card. And by the way, this video and pretty much every single video, if not all of the videos that I've put out so far, are full of activations. So just watching these, the fact that you were called to these videos, if you've never seen my videos before, this is an activation for you that you manifested for yourself because you were ready. So I keep seeing, like, I'll look up at the clock as I'm going and as I'm talking, and it'll be like randomly like 1911 or 311 or 411, 511, 611, and 3333, 4444, that kind of thing. So those are activation codes. They're not just angel numbers. They activate you at a subconscious DNA level that triggers your programming to level up and upgrade. So just so you know that. Let's get a card from the Crystal Oracle for Cancers in March 2019. Anandalite. This is the second time this has come up. So again, you're channeling the collective. You are connected to the collective. So let's see, 25, because I can't remember. It was a few videos ago that came up. Cosmic consciousness. That's exactly what I was talking about this whole time. So I'm going to read it out to you. Channel the energy in this card as I read. Okay, guys? So Anandalite gently facilitates integration and releases emotional blockages standing in the way of spiritual awakening. It reminds us that consciousness is omniscient and omnipresent, seeing all, knowing all. Immerse yourself in the mystical interconnectedness that is cosmic consciousness. Jeez Louise, Mercury retrograde got me tongue-tied for real. You have the potential to live in a completely different dimension of consciousness. Recognize that you previously operated within a narrow band of awareness. Attune to flashes of divine light within your soul. Let feelings of separation fall away and embrace unity. You are here to experience cosmic consciousness, transform your goals, and seek a new direction. You have exceptionally clear sight now. Stripped to the bone as the old falls away, do not despair. New light is infused. When you transform your awareness, humanity experiences a quantum shift. Enlightenment can happen right now. You are a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. The soul path of this crystal is becoming a vessel for cosmic consciousness. Timing is the present moment, and the frequency is exceptionally high. This is exactly everything that we were just talking about, everything that the cards were saying, everything that I channeled intuitively. I love it when we get this kind of very clear, concise confirmation from source and from spirit. So, like, you can't make this shit up, guys. You saw it all go down live. So I really hope that you integrate this and activate those codes and this consciousness within yourself. You're ready. You can do this. I feel this within you. You feel this within you. Okay, so trust that you're ready to take that leap of faith into the unknown of greater and grander things. So I love you guys. I hope that this resonated with you. I always share these messages from an unconditionally loving place, and I wish to be of service to you and support you in any way that I can, and I hope that you receive them from that space as well. All right, we'll see you next month for your readings. I love you guys. Bye.